Let me ask you a question that most men think about, but rarely say out loud. What actually happens if you ejaculate every single day? Is it healthy? Is it harmful? Could it boost your performance or secretly drain your energy over time? If you've ever wondered about this, you are not alone. I hear this question constantly in my clinic from men of all ages, all backgrounds, all stages of life. It's one of those topics that lives in the shadows, half whispers, all myths, even guilt. And yet, it sits right at the heart of men's health, relationships, and confidence. Today, we are breaking that silence together. I'm Dr. Jocelyn, a board-certified urologist with over 12 years of experience helping men take real, lasting charge of their sexual and overall health. In this video, I'm going to give you the full, honest picture. The 5 surprising benefits of ejaculating daily, the 5 potential drawbacks you genuinely need to watch out for, and most importantly, how to figure out what's actually right for your body, your goals, and your life. By the end of this, you'll feel informed, confident, and clear. No shame, no guesswork, no myths. But first, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? I love seeing how far this community reaches around the world. And while you're down there, hit that like button and subscribe, because every single week we talk honestly about men's health topics that most people are too uncomfortable to address. You deserve better than that silence. Now, let's get into it. Let me clear up the biggest misconception right away. There is no universal answer here. Ejaculating daily is not automatically good. And it is not automatically bad. It depends on why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and what kind of impact it's actually having on your body and your mind. Some men genuinely thrive on a daily release. Better sleep, less stress, more confidence, more focus. Others find that over time it dulls their desire, drains their energy, or even creates performance challenges they didn't expect. So the truth isn't black and white. It's about context, your biology, your habits, your life stage, and your goals. Now, let me say something important. If you felt uncertain or even embarrassed about this topic, that is not a reflection of your intelligence or your character. The reality is that most men were never properly taught how their bodies work when it comes to sexual health. No one sat them down and explained the science. That's a gap I've spent 12 years as a urologist trying to close, breaking down complex physiology into simple, practical, actionable guidance. Think of this conversation as doctor to friend. My job isn't to judge. It's to help you understand what's happening in your body so you can make informed, confident choices, not live in fear of myths or run on guesswork. So with that, let's walk through the 5 surprising benefits of ejaculating every day, followed by the 5 important drawbacks you need to know about. Benefit number 1, pleasure hormones and mood regulation. Have you ever noticed how calm and settled you feel afterward? That's not a coincidence, and it's not your imagination. When you ejaculate, your brain releases a powerful, beautifully timed cocktail of neurochemicals. Endorphins, your body's own natural painkillers. Dopamine, the reward chemical that motivates and energizes you. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone that fosters warmth, trust, and connection. And serotonin, the mood stabilizer that keeps your emotional baseline even and steady. Biologically, this release resets your nervous system from a state of tension back toward balance. Emotionally, it can ease anxiety, lift your mood, and help you feel more grounded in your own skin. And practically, that means less frustration, less bottled up stress through your day, less snapping at the people you care about, and more genuine resilience when life gets hard. For many men, a daily release functions like a natural reset button, not a cure-all by any means, but a gentle, consistent support for their mental and emotional health. And as a urologist, I want you to know that is a completely legitimate physiological function worth understanding. Benefit number 2, better sleep quality. Have you ever found yourself genuinely heavy-eyed after sex or after masturbation? That's a hormone called prolactin at work, a chemical your body releases post-orgasm that actively promotes relaxation and prepares the body for sleep. Layer on top of that the stress-reducing endorphins, and the calming effects of oxytocin. And what you have is essentially a built-in sleep aid that your own body manufactures. For men who wrestle with racing thoughts at night, chronic stress, or even mild insomnia, this can make a real difference. Falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, waking up more rested. Biologically, it's a hormonal response. Emotionally, it's relief from those relentless, restless nights. And practically, better sleep means better recovery, sharper focus, more sustained energy the next day. The downstream effects of quality sleep touch literally every system in your body, and this is one pathway that supports it. Benefit number 3, improved blood flow and circulation. Here's something people don't often think about. Orgasm isn't only a brain event. It's a full-body physical experience. During arousal and climax, your blood vessels dilate, your heart rate increases, and circulation intensifies throughout your entire body. This vasodilation, this widening of blood vessels, helps deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently to your muscles, your brain, and even your skin. Biologically, it functions like a gentle, targeted workout for your vascular system. Emotionally, it can boost confidence by supporting better erection quality over time. And practically, it helps keep your cardiovascular system responsive and adaptable. An often completely overlooked dimension of men's health. We talk about diet and exercise for heart health, and rightly so, but healthy sexual function belongs in that conversation too. Benefit number 4, lower risk of prostate cancer now. This is one of the most compelling findings in men's health research, and I want you to hear it clearly. A major Harvard University study that followed over 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades found that men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had a measurably lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated less frequently. Why? The leading theory is that regular ejaculation helps flush the prostate, clearing out old cellular material, inflammatory compounds, and other biological buildups that could otherwise accumulate and increase cancer risk over time. Biologically, it's a natural cleansing and maintenance process. Emotionally, it offers real reassurance around one of men's most feared health threats. And practically, it means that your sexual activity may genuinely play a protective role in your long-term prostate health. That said, and I want to be clear here, this is not a substitute for regular prostate screenings and checkups. Please continue seeing your doctor. Think of this as a complement, not a replacement. Benefit number 5, immune system support. Here's a benefit that surprises most men when I mention it in clinic. Sexual arousal and orgasm have been shown in studies to boost levels of immunoglobulin A, IgA, which is one of your body's frontline defenses against viruses and bacteria. It's part of your mucosal immune system, and it plays a key role in keeping you well. Combine that with the stress-lowering effects we've already discussed, and chronic stress, as we know, is one of the most powerful suppressors of immune function, and what you get is a subtle but real contribution to your overall immune resilience. Biologically, that's a stronger internal shield. Emotionally, that's genuine peace of mind. And practically, it's yet another reason why healthy sexual function deserves to be part of your broader conversation about wellness, not separated from it. Now, and this is where I want us to be completely honest with each other, daily ejaculation is not without its risks. For some men, it backfires. And understanding those drawbacks is just as important as understanding the benefits. Here are the 5 biggest ones. Drawback number 1, compulsive behavior. There is a significant, meaningful difference between a healthy habit and an unhealthy compulsion. If you are choosing daily ejaculation consciously for pleasure, for stress relief, for intimacy with your partner, that is one thing entirely. But if you feel controlled by the urge, if it's starting to interfere with your work, your relationships, your focus, your sense of time, then it has crossed into compulsive territory, and that deserves honest attention. Biologically, compulsive patterns can rewire your brain's reward circuitry in ways that make it harder to find satisfaction in other areas of life. Emotionally, they often generate cycles of guilt and shame that are deeply damaging. And practically, they drain time, energy, focus, and, critically, the depth of intimacy you're able to offer a partner. The question I encourage every man to ask himself, am I choosing this or is it choosing me? Drawback number 2. Using it as an emotional crutch, every one of us faces stress, boredom, loneliness, grief, or emotional pain. That's part of being human. But if ejaculation becomes your primary coping strategy, your go-to every time you feel uncomfortable, it may be doing something more problematic than you realize. It may be masking emotional needs that are asking to be genuinely addressed, not bypassed. Biologically, this creates a dependency on one single neurochemical pathway for relief. Emotionally, it can actually prevent real healing because you never sit with the discomfort long enough to understand or process it. And practically, it keeps men from building the healthier coping tools that genuinely serve them. Movement, journaling, honest connection with others, professional support when needed. Ejaculation can absolutely be one tool in your emotional toolkit. But when it becomes the only tool, it stops working for you and starts working against you. Drawback number 3, lower sperm count. If trying to conceive, if having children is not on your radar right now, this particular drawback doesn't apply to you in the immediate sense. But if you and your partner are actively trying to conceive, daily ejaculation can meaningfully lower sperm concentration, and that matters. Biologically, sperm require time to fully replenish, typically somewhere between 48 and 72 hours for optimal density and motility. Emotionally, fertility challenges are already an enormous source of stress for couples. And I want to give you accurate information that actually helps rather than complicates the process. Practically, spacing ejaculations to every 2 or 3 days during the conception window is typically the recommendation. Not abstinence, but thoughtful timing. It's not about restriction. It's about strategy. Drawback number 4, reduced sensitivity, or desire this one, surprises men. But it's a pattern I see. Paradoxically, too much of a good thing can actually blunt the very experience you're chasing. Daily ejaculation, particularly when it becomes rushed, mechanical, or habitual, can over time lower your physical sensitivity and reduce spontaneous desire. What once felt exciting begins to feel ordinary. Biologically, your brain adapts by down-regulating the dopamine response, dulling the reward signal that made the experience feel so rewarding in the first place. Emotionally, this can create a flat, unmotivated, almost disconnected feeling that men find deeply frustrating but often can't explain. And practically, you may begin to notice less arousal with your partner, less spark, less spontaneity. The good news is, this is not permanent. Even short breaks of a few days can meaningfully reset sensitivity and restore genuine desire. Drawback number 5. Performance issues if rushed. If your daily ejaculation happens primarily through quick, hurried stimulation, chasing the release rather than experiencing the process, your nervous system adapts to that speed. And over time, that conditioning can translate into premature ejaculation or performance anxiety when you're with a partner, because your body has been trained to operate in sprint mode. Biologically, this is a conditioned response, your nervous system learning what you repeatedly practice. Emotionally, it creates frustration, self-doubt, and often shame for both you and your partner. And practically, it undermines the very confidence and connection you may be hoping sexual activity will build. The correction here isn't complex, but it requires intention. Slow down. Practice techniques like edging, breath awareness, and mindful engagement with sensation. Train your body for rhythm and presence, not just rapid release. So, what is the actual bottom line here? Daily ejaculation is neither inherently good nor inherently bad. What matters is the awareness you bring to it. I encourage every man watching this to honestly ask himself 3 questions. Why am I doing this? Is it for genuine pleasure, for stress relief, for connection with my partner, or is it compulsion? How is it actually affecting me? Am I sleeping better, feeling more confident, more settled? Or am I noticing fatigue, emotional flatness, guilt, or withdrawal? Does it align with my goals? If conception is on the table, do I need to think more carefully about frequency and timing? A few practical guidelines I offer my own patients. Pay close attention to your body. Track your energy, your mood, your libido. Give yourself honest data. Experiment thoughtfully. Try daily release for a period, then try spacing it out. Notice what genuinely feels best for your particular body and life. Make sexual health one component of a broader wellness approach, not the whole of it. If you have a partner, communicate openly. That openness itself is an act of intimacy. And please, never dismiss changes in erection quality, discomfort, or prostate symptoms. Those deserve proper medical evaluation, and I mean that directly. If this topic has ever brought you shame, confusion, or fear, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not alone, and there is nothing wrong with you for asking these questions. Sexual health is human health. Wanting to understand your own body is not weakness. It is wisdom. The more accurately you understand how your body works, the more freedom, dignity, and confidence you carry into every area of your life. Here is what I want you to take away from today. Ejaculating every day can be completely healthy for one man, and it can signal habits worth rebalancing for another. There are no universal rules, only self-awareness, honest reflection, and the willingness to adjust. And here is the most empowering truth I can offer you. You have that power. Small intentional shifts, adding a rest day, slowing down the experience, choosing intimacy as connection rather than escape can return you to more energy, more confidence, more vitality, and more genuine control over your own body. Your age is not a ceiling. Whether you are 30, 50, or 70, your body retains its capacity to adapt, your health can genuinely improve, and your confidence can grow in ways that might surprise you. So keep learning, keep listening to what your body is telling you, and keep building the kind of life that gives you real comfort, real freedom, and lasting strength. I'm Dr. Jocelyn. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like, subscribe for honest men's health conversations every week, and share what's on your mind in the comments. I read every single one, and this community means a great deal to me. And remember, your body is worth understanding. Your health is worth protecting, and your vitality is absolutely worth fighting for. Take good care of yourself. You deserve it.